jaw, lengthening through the crown of the head. You're welcome to turn your audio on just for this section of class, and then when you're ready, turning the audio back off. And we'll take a few moments to just come back to the breath. So inhale, expanding the lungs and belly. Exhaling, letting the lungs and belly deflate. Coming into Ujjayi or ocean breath, so chin coming to the chest, slight swirl toward the back of the throat, pressing the air out on the exhale. And then from here, join your palms, bring your thumbs right to heart center. So take a moment and just allow for an intention to arise to your practice this evening, whatever sort of comes to mind. And then we'll set that intention with the sound of 3 ohms. So inhaling. Take a breath in. We'll exhale the breath. Just blink open your eyes here. Release the hands. And from here, just dropping that ear towards your right shoulder. Nice and easy. And stay here. Take this hand, wrap it around. And then lengthening out from those left fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale. Gentle tug. And then releasing from here, dropping the ear toward the left shoulder this time. And then staying here, taking the hand, gentle tug. And then you can lengthen the right fingertips out, breath in here. Exhale the breath. From here, sitting up tall, we'll interlace the fingers. This time, bring your chin to your chest. Allow the weight of the head to release. Allow the elbows to release toward the floor. One more breath in. As you inhale, release the hands. And then from here, come through a couple of shoulder rolls. So just shrugging the shoulders up by your ears. Drawing your shoulder blades down onto your back, releasing any tension in the head, the neck, the shoulders. A lot of us might be working on the computer right now, or whether you're working from home or homeschooling, so you're kind of hunched over, so letting go of all that tension you build up in the upper body, and we'll reverse the circle here. So coming forward, start to bring some awareness into your jaw, your face. Relaxing some of the muscles, the upper back, the shoulders, the face. And then the next time you draw your shoulders down onto your back, try to bring your hands together. We're going to do a little warm up for the wrists. So bring heels, the palms together. Just start to circle here. See if you can allow for that left wrist to be limp and allow your right wrist to be active. And just take a circle in one direction. And then reverse that circle. So coming in the other direction, nice and easy. Yours might be a little faster or slower than my circle, it's fine. And then we'll lead with our left wrist this time. Let your right wrist be limp and go ahead and circle one way. And then circling the other way. So just kind of bring some awareness and intention into your wrists. And then from here, go ahead and stretch the fingers. Press through the palms, get that stretch into the forearms, and start to round your spine. Bring your chin in toward your chest, start to bring that stretch into your low back. And then as you inhale, reach the arms all the way up. So start to open across your chest. And on an exhale, once again, round, reach your low back toward the wall behind you. And as you inhale, lengthen through the belly, allow your pelvis to get involved here. And as you exhale, allowing that pelvis to rock back. Once again, inhale, stretching up, kind of like a good morning stretch here. Exhale, round chin to your chest. This next breath in, take the arms up. This time we'll sink the sitting bones down. Bend your elbows and just allow that right elbow to drop down. So start to nestle the back of the head into the arm. And then breathing here, opening up through the shoulders, take a breath, and then take that entire exhale to release this hand down to the floor. Slide this other hand back behind your head. We'll ease up, start to open across your chest. And as you exhale, drawing it in toward the other elbow. So on an inhale breath, peeling out, open across your chest. Exhale, round and fold over. One more like that. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale as you fold and round. Nice. The next time that you peel out, just extending this arm all the way alongside the ear. And then notice if this shoulder is creeping up by the ear. Can you draw your shoulder blade onto your back? And then can you sink down to that left sitting bone? Maybe reach out a little further through your fingertips. Nice, keep the chest turning up, gazing up toward that hand. One more breath, we'll sweep this hand down. Bring it to your knee, and then take your other hand and bring it back behind you. Come on to fingertips. From there, grow tall. And as you exhale, start to set yourself up for this twist. So on the inhale breath, the crown of the head will reach up toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, go ahead and wrap the ribs around, and then the head and neck will follow. One more breath in. Deepen the twist. As you unwind, we'll take the arms all the way up alongside your ears. And then from here, backstroke your arms back behind you. Come onto fingertips. Bend your elbows just a bit. Lift your heart from here. Lift your chest. So coming into a little bit of a back bend. One more breath in, looking up. And then from here, just rocking back your sitting bones. Go ahead and switch the crossing of the legs. We'll take the opposite interlace of the fingers so that non-habitual thumb is on top, and stretch the hands once again. Press out through the palms. Start to round your spine. Bring your chin to your chest. Bring this stretch into the low back, reaching in both directions. As you inhale, palms sweep up toward the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your spine, chin to your chest, rocking back. Inhale, lengthening across the belly, arching the spine a bit. Exhale, rounding your spine, chin to your chest, pelvis rocks back once again. Inhale, creating length. Exhale and around. Beautiful, guys. This next time we reach up, we'll sink the sitting bones down, go a little bit taller. Getting really long through the side waist here. Bend your elbows. This time allowing for that left elbow to drop down. Nestle the back of the head into the arm. And then notice if your chin's coming toward the chest a bit. Can you back the arms up? And then let the back of the head reach into the arm to open the shoulders. Breath in. Use that entire out breath to release this hand to the floor. Sliding that other hand back behind your head. Gaze up. Exhale, round, fold over. So we'll heel out from here, open across your chest. Exhale, round and fold over. Nice, one more like that. Directing your breath into those right ribs. Round, fold over. The next time that you peel out, extend this arm all the way alongside your ear, coming into a side bend to your left. And then find that length out through the fingertips, but keep grounding down for that right sitting bone. Reaching out, turn your chest up, turn the gaze, breath in, we'll sweep the hand down. Take this other hand, bring it behind you, grow tall. As you exhale, setting up for the twist. So pull the belly up and then creating space, creating length. And then as you exhale, twisting out, gazing over that shoulder. Nice, inhale, lengthening, growing taller. Exhale, deepening this twist. One more breath. And then unwind here. We'll take the arms all the way up. Backstroke the arms back behind you and come to fingertips here. Bend your elbows just a bit. From there, lift your heart, lift your chest, a little back bend. You're welcome to stay here, peeling the hips up off your mat. One more deep inhale. And exhale, releasing. Nice. From here, we'll come onto hands and knees. So you're welcome to either take your blanket and bring it up underneath the knees if the knees are sensitive, or you can take your blanket out of the way for now. And then coming onto all fours, you're gonna go ahead and bring the hips and knees in line. And then from here, go ahead and stack your shoulders so that they're right over top of your wrists. Spread your fingers. See if you can press down into the floor here for your finger pads and your knuckle pads. I'm just gonna start to warm up the wrists. So shifting forward and back. Just slightly forward, slightly back. Keep the fingers spread. Keep that contact down into the floor. We'll go through a couple more just like that. And then the next time that you come back toward the middle, go ahead and bring your palms so the wrist face in this time and shift forward and back once again. So just bringing some attention to our wrists. Like I said, a lot of us are working extra time or overtime on the computer. So our hands, our forearms, all those smaller muscles may not be used to it. And we'll rock back at this time. Go ahead and bring your wrists so they're turned around, facing the opposite direction. They may not come all the way around, and you might have a smaller range of motion this time, and that's fine. So bringing that stretch into the forearms. One more, feels good. We're gonna flip it back around. And then from here, just start to make your way through cat and cow. So as you breathe in, dropping the belly, extending the spine. On an exhale, curl the tail under, so rounding all the way up. Inhale from here, the belly will drop, and then the heart will lift. And as you exhale, think of pressing into your hands as you round up, and then moving on your own breath here, on your own timing. Just starting to warm up the spine. And then see if you can start to connect your breath here with movement. And then if you want, you can linger a little bit longer in cat or in cow. If this is the first movement you're doing today, maybe it feels good to kind of round up and get that stretch to the low back, or maybe it feels good to arch to the spine, just kind of spending a little extra time there. Whatever feels good for you today. And then the next time that you curl your toe under, we'll round all the way up, separate the knees a little wider apart, reach the hips all the way back toward your heels, inch the fingertips out long in front of you, rest your forehead on the mat. We'll start to inch the fingertips further ahead of you, so pressing into the hands. See if we can find this stretch and this opening through the shoulders. And then from here, walk it out to your right. And you reach the hips over to the left, maybe stacking that left palm over top your right, deepening the stretch. And then nice and easy, walk it through center. We're gonna lay over the left thigh. And maybe that right palm comes over top the left. And then send some breath into those right ribs. And then nice and easy, we'll come back up onto all fours, sliding back so hips and knees are in line. Stack your shoulders and wrists. And when you're ready, inhaling that right arm, open across your chest. As you exhale, start to bend the elbow around your spine. And then inhale, moving on your breath, heel back up. And exhale around. One more like that. Timing this with the breath on this last one. We're going to come all the way through. And then you can bring your ear to the mat here. The shoulder will come to the mat and inch the other hand out long in front of you. So hips are over the knees. The arms will kind of form an L. And then you can press into that hand a bit. Straighten through the elbow and maybe find a stretch to the shoulders. Notice if the hips are migrating over to the left. And you reach them back toward the right a bit. Stay here. Float that top arm up toward the ceiling. Maybe open across the chest. Staying with this, or flip the palm, bend the elbow, and you can kind of snake the hand back around toward the inside of that right thigh. And then use that to turn the chest up a bit. Nice, one more breath. We're gonna find a little lift for the belly, so unwind. Go ahead and ground down through that left palm, open out through your right arm, open across the chest once again. And as you exhale, come back onto all fours. Left arm reaches. Exhale, stretch around. Inhale, peeling out, open across your chest. Exhale around. One more like that. Inhale as you lift. We're going to sneak this one all the way through. The ear comes toward the mat here. The shoulder will come onto the mat. And then walk the right hand out. And then as you press into that right hand, really straightening through the elbow, we're going to open the stretch and open up to that right shoulder. And you're welcome to stay right here. Breathing into this if this feels good. Or floating that arm up toward the ceiling, opening across your chest. And then option to stay with this, or go ahead and flip the palm, bend the elbow, and then sliding the hand to the inner crease from that left hip. So right toward the left thigh. One more breath in. Open the chest. You're going to unwind, stack that hand so it's right underneath your shoulder, and then engage your abdominals and roll all the way. Nice, and release the hand back down. Nice, from here coming back to all fours, we're going to take the right leg straight back, and then lift the leg here, but make sure you're not elevating that hip. So take a hand to your low back, and just make sure that the hips are level rather. And then tapping the toes down and rising up. A couple more just like that. Tapping the toes down, engage the abdominals here. Rising up. We're going to go ahead and stay with this. We're going to reach the opposite arm. So opposite arm to leg, nice and slow. Rising. Nice. Tapping down. Rising. And tapping down. Two more like that. Really engaging the abdominals here. Last one. And then staying with this, or reaching back, maybe bending this back knee. And then option to kick the foot into the hand, rolling the chest and shoulder open. Breathing into that. One more breath. We'll unwind. Find that extension of both directions. Find that lift to the belly. And then releasing the hand down. Go ahead and slide your hand slightly forward. You're going to lift the leg up. And from here, draw the elbows in as you bring your chin toward the mat. And then rise up. And reach. And rise up. One more just like that. Reach. And rise up. Release the foot down here. Stack your shoulder over the wrist. Taking that right arm up toward the ceiling, take a little circle. And circling the other way. And then finding that reach, taking the arm toward the other opposite wall. Find that left from fingertips to toes. Release your hand down here and just float the foot over the opposite foot. Take a peek over your left shoulder. Reach back for your heel, find a stretch. Breathing into that whole right side, release your toes. We'll bring the knee down to the floor, and we'll take the left leg straight back this time. So lifting the leg so it's in line with the hip. Slide a hand to your pelvis. Make sure hips are level here. Go through a couple, tapping down and lifting up, but making sure you're isolating the leg and the hip joint so you're not lifting that hip. Nice, and then you can stay here, bring that hand to the floor, or as you're ready, opposite arm to leg, tapping down, rising up. Nice and steady. Head is in line with the spine here. Find that lift through your belly. Engaging the abdominals. Think of hugging in toward the midline. Nice. On our last one, we'll find that extension in both directions here. And you're welcome to stay right here, lengthening or reaching back. Maybe grabbing a hold of that foot, and then kicking the foot into the hand. And then as you kick the foot into the hand, roll your chest and shoulder open. Breathe, one more breath. Nice, we'll unwind, re-extend, holding on to this. Releasing that hand down. Go ahead and stack the hips. Reach the opposite arm up toward the ceiling. Take a little circle. Find a lift up out of your wrist. You're engaging abdominals. Take that arm and sweep it around. One long line, fingers to toes. And then from here, releasing the hand down to the floor underneath the shoulder. Taking that left leg over the right. Look over your right shoulder. And nice and easy, release your toes. Bring your knee back down to the floor. From here, we'll slide the hands forward. Go ahead and slide forward so that the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, and then lower all the way onto your belly. Nice. Actively engage the legs. From here, we'll peel the chest away, and then we're going to take a bit of a moving cobra. So peeling the right side of the chest away, peering over that right shoulder, and back to center, and then coming over to the left. And just go back and forth a couple of times. And you can allow the forehead to kind of roll onto that, opening up the right side of the chest, and back over to the left. And then the next time you come back to the middle, we'll come back to all fours. And this time, lifting the hips up and back. Coming into your first down dog, and pedal your feet. So bending a knee and straightening a knee, nice and easy. And then we'll reach the heels toward the floor, lifting up through the sitting bones, really pressing into the hands, actively just moving toward the thighs. We're going to walk the hands back toward the feet. So 2 inches at a time, no rush, nice and easy. You can take a bend in the knees here as needed. And then once you're at the back of your mat, really bend the knees deeply so the chest collapses on the thighs here. And then allow the head to hang. And then you can take a hold of opposite elbows, nod your head, yeah, shake it now, just letting go. And then from here, we're going to soften the knees and roll it up to stand. So one vertebrae stacking on top of another. You can take your hands onto your thighs. And I'm just going to readjust the mat so that you can see me. And we're going to take a walk from the back to the front of the mat, but I want you to be mindful. So taking your time. And then once you're at the head of your mat, soften your knees. Let the chest collapse over the thighs. Shake your head yes and no, let it go. And we'll take it up to stand. And go ahead and take a moment to find Tadasana. So grounding down to lift up. Roll your shoulders back here. Pull the belly up and in. And then as you sink down through the feet into the floor, find this length up through the crown of your head. Nice as you inhale, lifting the arms up. We'll exhale, fold forward a little, bend in the knees as needed. Lengthen your belly here. Lifting the chest off the thighs, so hands might come to shins or maybe to thighs. Fold forward and then soften your knees, rising up, grounding down through the feet. Once again, releasing your arms to your sides. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up overhead. Hinging from your hips or fold forward. Take a long spine, heart toss forward. Folding forward, soften the knees that hinge from your hips, rise all the way up to stand. And releasing the arms back down. Tadasana. Nice, from here, inhale, taking the arms up. We'll hinge from the hips, hold all the way forward. Finding a long spine, this time take your right leg back into a lunge. And then aligning this knee over the ankle, find that lift of the belly. We'll step the left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels high, glide forward, come into plank. And then from here, come onto tippy toes, lower the knees down. See if you can hug your elbows in and lower all the way onto the belly. Peel the chest away here, activate the legs. Cobra, tuck the toes, press into the hands. Take your thighs up and back to down dog. Inhale, sending the right leg back. We'll carefully bring it forward between the hands, wiggling the back toes back a bit as needed. Lift through the belly. As you exhale, step your left foot to meet your right, fold over. Ground the feet here, take the arms all the way up, breathing in, and releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms, hinging from your hips here, fold forward, lengthening the belly, heart draws forward. This time stepping the left leg back into a lunge, making sure that knee aligns over the ankle here. And then as you exhale, stepping that right foot back to meet your left. Downward dog. Glide forward into a plank. Aim the chest forward, take the knees down. See if you can control your descent all the way down. Go ahead and lift the chest away from the mat. Tuck your toes. Draw your thighs up and back, down dog. Raising the left leg this time. Carefully bring it all the way forward between the hands. We'll come back to the fingertips. And then as you exhale, step that foot to meet your other foot. Fold over your legs. Ground your feet here. Take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. And exhaling the arms to your sides. Tadasana. Nice inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinge from your hips here, fold forward. We'll lengthen the belly and take the right leg back once again. And then lift the fingertips away from your mat. Energize the legs a bit more. Nice, from here, stepping that left foot back to meet your right. Coming into down dog. Glide forward, come to your plank. You can lower the knees or come to tippy toes. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Rise to cobra, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, making your way back to down dog. Inhaling the right leg. Let's bend the knee around the spine here. Re-extend. Draw your nose toward your knee. Pull your belly up and in. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. And then lower your back knee. So if you need to, take some padding on that back knee and start to sink your hips. You're welcome to take hands onto blocks. Starting to settle in here. And on an inhale, float the arms all the way up. And we'll put across the chest, a little bit of a back bend. Take a breath in. We'll release the hands all the way down. And then tuck your back toes under and grab blocks here from the fingertips. We'll lengthen over that front leg. As you rebend, heart draws forward. As you exhale, lengthen over that front leg. Move through that 2 more times. On this last one, we're going to lengthen all the way through that front leg, maybe hopping the back foot in a bit. Stay right here. Take another breath in here. Exhale your breath. As you rebend the front knee, the heart draws forward. From here, you can stay with fingertips or hands to heart center, pouring the weight into that right foot, left foot comes to meet it, fold over. Ground your feet here, take the arms up. Releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Sweeping the arms as you breathe in. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. Long spine here, heart draws forward. This time the left leg will step back. Maybe lifting the fingertips away from the floor. Find that engagement through the legs. And then from here, stepping that right foot back to meet your left. Down dog. Glide forward, find your plank. Lowering the knees or come forward to tippy toes, lower down halfway. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or upward dog, press the floor away. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take the left leg, reach it back, bend the knee around. Re-extend, lengthen. Nose to your knee, pull the belly up and in. One more. This one's gonna come all the way forward between the hands. Start to sink the hips here. And then you can take your hands onto blocks or the floor. When you're ready, finding this lift to the chest. And then from here, inhale, sweeping the arms. A little bit of a back bend here, the heart will lift. Release your hands down, tuck your back toes under the lunge. Lengthen over that front leg, draw your hips back. Rebend the front knee, heart draws forward. Exhale, lengthen all the way through that front leg, draw the hips back. 2 more. On our last one, we're gonna lengthen all the way. Maybe shortening your stance a bit, hopping that back foot in. Maybe you're able to readjust the blocks. Take another breath here. Exhale it out. Rebend the front knee, heart draws forward. Fingertips or hands to heart center. Pour your weight into your front foot. Back leg to meet it. Grounding down, rise up. Releasing the arms. Tadasana. Inhale here, taking the arms all the way up. We'll hinge from the hips, fold forward. And then take a long spine here. Step into a plank. Lowering the knees, or come forward to tippy toes, lower down to chaturanga. Rise to cobra, upward facing dog, and from here, making your way back to down dog. Deep breaths in and out. Spreading the fingers here. Find a little lift up out of your wrist, really actively pressing the floor away. Nice, take another breath in. And then breath in, bottom of the exhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands, step or hop. Long spine here. Fold forward, ground the feet here, take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. And release the arms down. Tadasana. Nice, inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Hinging from your hips, fold forward. Long spine. Plant the hands, step, or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or to upward facing dog. Making your way back to downward dog. Deep breaths in and out. Nice. If the heels don't reach the floor or you're feeling kind of rounded in your spine, remember, lift the heels, bend your knees, move your chest back toward your thighs. This is going to bring some of that weight into the lower body. And then from here, you can lengthen the heels toward the mat. And they may touch, they may not. That's okay. One more breath here. Bottom of the exhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands, step or maybe hop, head of your mat, long spine. This time we'll fold forward, bend the knees, sink the hips, and reach the arms. Coming into Utkatasana, take a breath here. And as you exhale, fold all the way back down over to straight legs. Lengthening the belly, planting the hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or upward. And making your way back to down dog. Raising the right leg. Carefully bringing it forward between the hands. Round your back heel, lift the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. And then just opening up here. Virabhadrasana 2. Start to sink into that front knee. And then as you breathe in, take that back hand all the way down. Exhale, chaturanga, or lowering your knees, and then lowering the chest. Rising into your choice of back bend. Making your way back. Downward dog, left leg this time. Bringing it forward between the hands. Round the back heel, lift the arms. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale to open up to 2. Start to sink into that front knee. Take a breath here. And then as you inhale, take that back hand all the way down. Exhale, chaturanga, or lowering your knees. Rise to cobra, upward dog. Making your way back to downward dog. Deep breaths in and out. Allow the weight of the head to hang. Relax your jaw a bit. Taking that bend in the knees is needed. One more breath. Bottom of the exhale, bend your knees, look forward to your hands, step or hop. Head of your mat. Lengthen the belly. Folding forward here, bend the knees. We'll sink the hips and reach the arms. Coming back to chair, breath in. Exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine here, and then planting the hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or upward dog. Making your way back to down dog. Right leg will rise. Taking it forward between the hands. Round the back heel, reach the arms up. Warrior 1. Opening up to 2. Readjust your stance. Sink into your front knee. Nice. From here, we'll reverse the warrior. Rotate your front palm, send the back hand down. And then inhaling that back hand all the way down to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga, or lower your knees. Rise to cobra or upward dog. Making your way back to down dog. Raising the left leg on a breath in. Taking it forward between the hands. Ground your back heel, reach the arms. Warrior 1. And then just opening up to 2. Start to sink. And we'll reverse the warrior here. Taking that back hand all the way down to the floor. Exhale, chaturanga. Finding that lift through the belly. Lowering the knees, always an option. Cobra or upward dog. Making your way back to downward dog. So you should feel nice and warm, like we're building some heat in the body. Deep breaths in and out. Let's take another breath here. Bottom of the exhale. Bend the knees, look forward to the hands, step or hop. Head of your mat. Lengthen the belly. And then folding forward, we'll bend the knees here, sink the hips, reach the arms. Come back to chair. Utkatasana. Taking a breath in as you exhale, folding all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine. Planting your hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra or upward dog. Making your way back. Downward dog. We'll raise the right leg. Bend the knee around the spine here. So coming into that hover. Re-extend. Draw your nose towards your knee. Pull the belly up and in as you round. One more. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Take the back heel to the mat. Float the arms up here. Come to warrior one. Start to sink. Grounding down to that back heel. Lift through the chest. We'll reach back. Interlace the fingers. Take your fist down your back thigh. Roll your chest and shoulders open. Take a breath. Slowly lengthening the belly. Fold all the way forward. Allow the weight of the head to release. Really fire up that back leg. Reaching through the heel. Allowing the chest to come to the front thigh or dipping that right shoulder to your inner thigh. Ground down to rise up. Come back to warrior one. And then just opening up here to two. And then check out your stance. Make sure this front knee aligns over the ankle. Make sure this front thigh is more or less parallel to the floor. And then make sure you're not reaching your upper body forward. Reach some weight into that back heel. And then your upper body is centered pretty much in line with the hips. Settle in. Nice. From here we'll reverse warrior. And then bending that elbow. Bring it to the front thigh. Take that left arm alongside here. And then find that full reach and extension from your heel all the way through the fingertips. Staying here, reaching that arm toward that opposite wall. Find some lift from underneath to support you. One more breath. Ground down to rise up, warrior two. And we'll take the back hand down. This time, downward dog split. Sweep the right leg back. Bend your knee here and the hip. Circling the ankle one direction, and then the other. Go ahead and lengthen that leg, flip the foot down. When you're ready, the left leg will rise. Bend the knee around. Re-extend. See if you can pull the belly up and in as you round. Stack your shoulders over the wrists. One more. Taking this foot all the way forward between the hands. Take the back heel down to the mat. Float the arms up overhead. Come to warrior one. Find this lift to the chest, and if it feels uncomfortable to take the arms straight up, try taking the arms to a V here. Nice, we'll reach back, take the opposite interlace of your fingers. Take your fist down your back thigh, lift your chest, hold forward. Slowly. And then allow the weight of the head to release here. Dipping that left shoulder toward the inner thigh, breathe. One more breath. Releasing your hands, rise, warrior one. Open out to two. Readjust here. So taking that front foot forward or the back leg back, and then really bend into that knee. Back to a reverse warrior. And then bending the elbow here. Take it to your front thigh. Right arm alongside your ear. Find that full extension out through the right fingertips. As you do, find that grounding down to the right foot. Release the left hand if you like away from the thigh. Reach it toward that opposite wall. Take another breath. Press down to rise up, warrior two. Take your back hand all the way down to the floor. Just sweep the left leg this time. Bend your knee, bend your hip. Circle the ankle. Circle the other way. Lengthen the leg. Putting that foot down to meet the other foot. Stay right here in down dog. Or ride your breath forward into a plank. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra upward. Making your way back to downward dog. And if you like, you can lower the knees here. Sinking your hips for the heels round your spine. Take a couple of breaths. Right here, child's pose or stairs down dog. Another breath in. Slowly rise. Take your time. We'll come back to downward dog. Bend the knees. You can step and hop all the way to the head of the mat. This time, lengthen the belly. Folding forward. We'll bend the knees. Sink the hips. Reach the arms. Just come back to chair.
And this time, taking the palms over the heart, aim your chest forward, and just take a twist to your right. So you can either bring the elbow between the knees, or kind of nestle yourself down a little lower and bring it to the outside of that right knee. And then maybe the arms extend from here. And nice and easy, we'll unwind, fold forward. Lengthen the belly, planting the hands. You can step or jump to chaturanga. If you're getting tired, lower your knees. And then lower the chest. And then taking whatever back bend feels good for you today. And we'll make our way back to down dog. This time raising the right leg, carefully bringing it forward between the hands. Round your back heel, reach the left arm all the way up and around. And warrior two. Nice, settle into the hips. As you sink, find this reach and extension through the arms. Easing down that right index finger. Soften your face. Can you relax the jaw? We'll come back to reverse warrior. And then from here, internally rotate the shoulder, that back arm. Sweep it up the back, reaching around for the inside of the right thigh, lengthen that leg. Take a reverse triangle and then cut the right hip under. Use that hand to guide you. Taking the hand to the shin, turn your chest up. When you're ready, we'll unwind that top arm. Nice, and then from here, find a little lift up out of your low waist. Maybe reaching the right fingertips away from the floor. Keep the chest turning up. Nice, from here, gazing down toward your front big toe, bending into that front knee, maybe grabbing a block here. As you feel steady, pouring all the way into the right foot, left toes leave your mat. Ardha Shavasana. Work on stacking the hips here, opening the chest. Stay here, bend that back knee. Grab a hold of the top of the foot, roll your chest and shoulder open. One more breath. Nice and easy. We'll re-extend if you bend the knee. Float back to warrior two. Can you control this descent? Nice, guys. Bring here and lengthen all the way through that leg. Bring the feet so they're parallel. We'll turn to face the sidewalk here. Lift your chest. And then just hinging from your hips, fold forward. Take your hands down to the floor. You can take them to blocks. And then check out your feet. So reposition a bit as needed. Hands can be on the blocks or the floor here. Take a couple of cleansing breaths. Nice and easy. We'll make our way back up. Start to walk the hands around from that front foot. Sit up your back heel here. Rebend this front knee. Sink your hips. You can start off with blocks here. Bring the hands onto the front thigh, and then notice if you're steering the hips forward or down a bit of a diagonal. Press down for this foot, lift. Readjust your pelvis, readjust the hips a bit. And then sink back into this front knee, keeping the hips level. So you might not sink as far, that's okay. And then from here, float the arms up. Anjaneyasana. A little bit of a back bend here, the heart will lift. Take a deep breath. And we'll release the hands all the way down. Toe-heeling the foot over to the right here. You can either come onto palms, you can take your hands on the block, and lower onto forearms, or maybe taking the block underneath your forearms here. Coming into lizard, soften your face, relax your jaw a bit. And just softening into this right here for a couple of rounds of breath. If it's in your practice and you want to come into an arm balance from here, go for it. We'll take another breath in. Exhale. And then you can either come with the forearms on the block or the forearms on the floor. We're going to lift the right elbow, start to turn your chest from the right. And slowly lower down. So lift the right elbow here, work with your breath as you inhale. Turn the chest. Slow lower, one more like that. Turning the chest. Wrap this arm around the outside of the knee. Stay here. Or maybe bending this back knee. Maybe you'll need to lift onto the left palm here, but trying to reach back possibly with that right hand and grabbing a hold of the left foot. And then roll your chest and shoulder open from here. Breathing into this, one more breath. Nice and easy, we'll unwind. From here, walk your hands in and just lengthen over this front leg. So you might need to take a block to the hands. Go ahead and lengthen all the way. And then rebend. And lengthen. Two more like that. So drawing the heart forward as you rebend. And then lengthening all the way through that front leg. On this last one, we'll lengthen the leg here. Hold. Deep breaths in and out. One more deep inhale. And then rebending this front knee, tuck your back toes under. So find a little lift to your belly for all the way into that right foot. Then take the left foot all the way out to the left hand. Sink your hips here. Let the tailbone get heavy as you do reach up through the crown of the head. And then checking out your feet here. So toes can duck out. Just make sure the knees fall out over the toes. And then see if you can broaden across your collarbones. Instead of sinking down, find a little bit of a lift up. One more breath here. Take your hands to the floor. Toe the feet in a bit. Bring the feet underneath your sitting bones, opposite elbows, or grabbing your knee toe. Lengthen your belly, and we'll fold forward. So just allowing those elbows to bend to the sides. Can you allow the weight of the head to be heavy? Let it go. You can stay with a bend in the knees here, so keep the knees soft. Or if you're lengthening the back of the legs, instead of just pressing the knees back, you can lift your hips up. One more breath in. Release your toes. Toe-heel the feet back together. Bend your knees. See if your hips reach your arms. Come back into chair. From here, taking the palms over the heart. Aim your chest forward. Twist to your left. So either staying here with the elbow between the knees, or if it feels comfortable for you, nestle yourself down a little more deeply, and then you can bring it to the outside of that left knee. But just make sure you're not dragging that right knee with you. Nice. Extending the arms if you like. Unwind. And we'll fold forward. Lengthening the belly. Plant the hands. You're welcome to step or jump to chaturanga. You can always just lift the hips and come back into downward dog. Or moving through your vinyasa and meeting back up in downward dog. When you're ready, raising that left leg, bringing it all the way forward between the hands, ground the heel, reach your right arm all the way up and around to warrior two. Again, notice if your torso is being pulled forward. Can you back it up a bit? Can you line up your shoulders over the hips? Can you reach down to the outer edge of that back foot? Can you bend into the front knee and settle into the hips a little more deeply? And then find that reach and extension to the arms, but let the arms be soft. Find your breath here, set your gaze, reverse the warrior. And then internally rotate the shoulder of this back arm, sweep it up the back. Reaching around to the inside of the left thigh, this time lengthen through that leg. Go ahead and nice and easy, take your time. Lengthening that left sideways, bringing it to the shin. Turn the chest up, and then from here, extend that right arm. Breathe. Find a little bit of a lift out of your low waist. Maybe release the left hand away from the shin. Start to shift your gaze down toward this front big toe. Maybe this right hand comes to the hip. Grab the block, or maybe cupping the hand here. Bring all the weight into that front foot. Bring your block 6 to 8 inches in front of that front big toe. And then you can re-extend this arm. Just like in triangle, keep the chest turning up, low ribs rolling under. You're welcome to stay here, bend this knee, grab a hold of the foot, and then kick the foot into the hand. One more breath here. Nice and easy, re-extend. Rebend the front knee, nice soft landing. Warrior two. Rising up. Bring the feet to their parallel. Turning to face the side wall, lengthen your belly. Hinging from your hips. Fold. We're going to come into a second set here, wide-legged forward fold. Make sure you're not rolling out on the edges of the feet here. So bring a little grounding to the inner heel. You can take a little bend to the knees. You can take hands onto blocks or to the floor. Breathing in and out. Soften into that. 2 more rounds of breath. Take another deep inhale. We'll lengthen the belly here. Start to walk your hands around. Spin up the back heel, lower the back heel all the way down. And then start to sink your hips. You can grab blocks here. We're gonna do the same on this side that we did on the other side. Press into that left foot, rise up. Notice if the hip points are sort of facing toward that sidewall. Can you realign them so they're facing forward? Now sink back into that front knee, keeping your pelvis level. Nice, from here, the arms can reach. Anjaneyasana. And then sweeping the arms all the way out and around. Nice, we'll take the hands to the blocks if you like. Toe heel the foot over to the left. Staying on palms, you can lower on the forearms. You can take the block underneath your forearms here. And then soften your face. Allow the weight of the head to release. Breathing into this opening for the hips and groins. If you did so on the other side, feel free to come into Ekapada Pranayasana 2 from here, your arm balance. Take another breath in. Exhale. Now you're welcome to stay on blocks here or with the forearms on the mat. Start to lift that left elbow as you breathe in and turn your chest over to the left. And then release it down. Inhale. Left elbow lifts. Start to turn the chest. Nice. One more like that. This time wrapping that left arm around the outside of the left knee. Draw the knee in towards you to help the chest turn up. Stay here, bending that back knee, maybe reaching back with that left hand to grab a hold of the right foot. So you might need to come onto your right palm to do so. From here, roll your chest and shoulder open. Even allow that left knee to drop open a bit. One more breath, and we'll unwind. Take the hands to the inside of the foot. Lengthen over that front leg. Breathe in. So hands can come onto the block here if they don't readily reach the foot. Lengthen for that leg. 2 more. On our last one, we'll hold for a couple of breaths. Staying right here, softening into this, soften the face. Relax the jaw a bit, take another breath in. Exhale it out, we'll breathe on the front knee, tuck your back toes under, find that lift of the belly, energize the legs. Or you reach that left foot, take your right foot to the outside of the right hand, sink the hips. And then allow the tailbone to sink down, let the crown of the head reach up toward the ceiling. And then from here, find a little lift up so you're not sinking all the way down. Nice, engage the belly and the pelvic floor a bit. Engage through the hips. Muscles around the fronts and backs of the hips. One more breath. Lift the hips up here, so heel the feet in. Opposite elbows, take a yogi toe, or this time lift the feet and slide the hands all the way up underneath. And then allow the head to be heavy. So remember, you can take that bend in the knees. In fact, it may be beneficial to allow the chest to release onto the thighs. And then as you think of the hips lifting up, try and keep the belly on the thighs. Softening into this. And then maybe grounding down through those mounds of the front big toes so that you can bring an opening to the wrists. Take another breath. Exhale it out. We're going to release the feet. Soften your knees. Make your way up to standing. Nice. From here, shoulders roll back, row top. Toe heel the feet in a bit. We'll just take a moment and stand in Shavasana. And then start to spread through the toes of the right foot for all the way into that right leg. From here, as you're ready, reaching the right arm up. Bend the left elbow, draw it in toward your sideways, and like you're serving a tray, open it out. See that external rotation happening through the shoulder joint. So like you're serving a platter, open out, and then bend this left knee from here. So reach back and grab a hold of the foot. Instead of grabbing it to the outside, think of toward the inner thigh. And then draw your knee in toward the inner thigh. From here, we're going to kick the foot into the hand. Try not to let the torso go forward until it has to. So until that leg reaches a certain height. And then you can start to bring the torso forward in response to the leg going up. If you bring the torso forward too soon, you may fall over. Micro bend your right knee, kick the foot into the hand, one more wrap. Slowly unwind. Take this left arm up, windmilling the arms here. Bend this right elbow, reach in towards your sideways, and then like you're serving a platter, open it out to the right. Pour all that weight into the left foot, then the right knee. Take an inside grab of the foot. Draw your knee in toward the midline to start. And then as you kick, try and kick the foot straight back behind you. And then only as that leg lifts up, Then does the torso start to move forward? Dancer's pose. And then nice and slow, don't worry, we're gonna do this a second time. Same thing to come out of it as you did to come into it. And then go ahead and rotate, reach the right arm up. Bend this left elbow, open up the chest. Go ahead and bend the left knee. Start with the knees together. So start by drawing in toward the midline and then start to kick straight back behind you. Micro bending that right knee. And then slowly keep kicking the foot into the hand. It's okay if you're wobbly. Come on up. Unwind, left arm up. Right arm out to the side this time. Like you're serving a platter, palm faces up. And then grab a hold of the foot. Draw the knees in toward the midline, start to kick, take your time. Kicking the foot into the hand. Like reaches toward the ceiling. Keep actively kicking that foot into the hand to help with balance. And then on your way back up, slowly. This time releasing both arms at your sides. Take a moment just to stand in Tadasana. Rejoin your palms over your heart. Come back to your breath. Feeling the heartbeat just beneath the thumbs. Maybe close the eyes. Reconnect your intention. And as you inhale, taking the arms all the way up. Exhale here, we'll fold forward. Take a long spine and we'll step into a plank. And then come forward on the tippy toes. You're welcome to lower the knees or keep the elbows in and hover and lower all the way down onto your mat. Nice, release your arms at your sides from here. Turn your cheek, look over that right shoulder. Heels fall apart, big toes touch. Shimmy your hips. Let it go. Nice, from here, bring your chin to the top of the mat. Reach the arms out at your side, a little bit away from the body. Start to activate the legs. Keep your head in line with the spine. Roll your chest and shoulders open, peel the chest away as you inhale. And on your next breath in, lift the thighs away from the floor. Reach the toes toward the back wall, lift it a little bit higher here, breathing in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Look over that opposite shoulder. Press the ear into the mat. Shimmy the hips. Let your heels fall apart here. Big toes come toward one another. Neutralizing the spine. Second set, Shamavasana. This time, chest and thighs lift away. Reaching back here. Lift a little bit higher, but try not to bring this tension into the head and neck. Keep the back of the neck long. Nice, nice and easy, lower. Lowering down. Go ahead and sink. Look over that opposite shoulder, take a little shimmy of the hips. And we'll take one more. So peeling away. When you're ready, staying here, bend the knees. So sticking with Shalabhasana today, or kick the feet into the hands. And then slowly lift. Kick the feet into the hands, kick the feet into the hands, chest lifts. Down your asana. And lower all the way down. Take a little breather, look over that opposite shoulder. Shimmy your hips. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders. We'll press up, fold back, hips to your heels. Take the knees a little wider than usual. And you can start to kind of take the head side to side here. Take a slow. Little massage in the forehead. Take the hips side to side. And then when you're ready, coming back to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips. We'll take it into a pigeon. So keeping that right leg back, bring it through. You can either grab a hold of a block here or slide your blanket underneath. Lift your chest. And when you're ready, just folding forward. Soften into this. What can you do to relax your jaw? You always have the option here. If this feels like too much for tonight, come onto your back. Keep this right ankle to the left knee. And just try the reclining pigeon. And then softening into this. Hands might come back behind the thigh. We're here for just a couple more rounds of breath. Take another deep inhale. Lowering down. So if you're in a reclining, switch legs, come onto the left side. If you're in a pigeon, go ahead and sweep that right leg, circle the ankle. Fan the hip, lower it down, left leg rises this time. Bring it forward between the hands, walk the foot to the right, drop your knee open to the left. Maybe taking some padding underneath this left hip and then lengthening through the belly and just walking it out here, rest your forehead. Forehead might come to the block or the mat. And then you can always take the left ankle to the right knee for reclining. And easing into this, relax your jaw, allow your face to soften. Easy breaths in and out. We're here just a couple more rounds of breath. Take another breath in. And if you're on your back, stay there. And if you're in a pigeon, go ahead and readjust. Walk your hands in, tuck your toes. Free up that left leg, bend the knee, fan the hip, maybe circling the ankle. Releasing that foot down to meet the other foot. And then from here, bending your knees, look forward to your hands. We'll step or maybe hop. Come through to a seat. Keep your block handy. Walk the feet in toward the sitting bones here. Make sure you're about sitting bone width apart. Tuck your chin to your chest. Lift the hips up. Maybe rocking side to side, interlacing the fingers. Coming into bridge. A little bit of a sense of adducting, drawing the knees in toward the midline. Breath in. Release the hands, roll down. One vertebrae at a time. You're welcome to stick with bridge. Or if it's in your practice, taking the hands alongside the ears, rising up. Coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And then chin to your chest. Lowering down. Nice, we'll take a hold of that block. Either bring it on the low height or medium height here. Slide it underneath the hips, right at the sacrum. That flat bone at the base of the spine. You're welcome to stick with supported bridge. Breathing into this. Or lengthening one leg and then the other. Up toward the ceiling, you can take a bend in the knees as needed. Release the arms at your sides, bring your palms to face up. And just breathe into this. A good 5 to 6 breaths. Take another breath here. Exhale your breath, and then take a deep inhale, taking that entire exhale to release the feet all the way down to the floor at the same time for one final challenge. And then lift the hips here, slide your block out. Walk your feet out to the edges of the mat, come to cactus arms, and just start to neutralize the spine. Windshield wipering out the legs. As you breathe in, coming back to center, exhale up and over to the right. Inhale to center, exhale up and over to the left. You can start to move your head with that, so you can connect back to your breath. And then next time you drop your knees to the left, look over that right shoulder, breathing step on the right side. Inhale back to the center. Bring it up and over to the right, look over that left shoulder. Breathe into that left side. And then slowly come back to the middle. Lengthening one leg long, and then the other leg long onto your mat here. Bring your arms out at your sides. A little bit away from the body. The palms will come to face up. And we'll set up for Shavasana. Dimming the lights at home. If you like, you can put a sweatshirt on. You're getting chilly, and if you want, maybe rolling a blanket, bringing it up underneath the knees here for support. Starting to deepen your breath. Start to bring some movement back to the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. When you're ready, take the arms up overhead. Take the stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. And then bending the knees, and one at a time, and just making your way over onto your right side, and we'll pause. Taking a moment here to just soak in all the effects of your practice. When you're ready, keeping the eyes closed and pressing your way up to a seat, allowing the head to relax to come up. And we'll come back to that easy seated position, maybe sliding a block or blanket underneath the hips here, sitting up top. Take a moment to come back to your breath. And you're welcome to put your audio back on just for this last part of class. We'll rejoin the palms together over the heart, coming back to your intention. And closing class with the sound of one Om. Take the hands to forehead center, folding forward as we say, Namaste.